Children, you, I. Whoa, Earnshaw, what happened? You're out of breath. It's Lore. She's been abducted by a helitroll. Huh? Oh no! It went that way. I'll go find help. Please go after it. Got it. Let's hurry. Ah, it's you two. Geez, it's so you, Caterpillar. You had Paimon worried there. Well, it's Miss Traveler and Miss Paimon. Oh, it's such fun. My favorite people are all here. And Grandpa made a big sweet birthday cake for me, too. Oh, so today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Is there any cake left? We've already finished that. What? Are you serious? Come on. Caterpillar. Are you alright? Don't worry about me. Today's a happy day, so let's not talk about anything that might dampen the mood. Anyway, thanks, Traveler. What are you talking about? It's nothing. I just feel like the last time the members of the kids' team got together was a long, long time ago. But why did you bring me here, Cater? Was it... That was weird, not to mention how Grandpa Earnshaw was scared of you when she saw you. Even Hero Prince and Princess were scared. Whenever Grandpa hears me talking about you, he always says he'd love to invite you to our place as a guest. Well, considering his appearance, Caterpillar, why didn't you want to transform into a human like, before? It's not that I don't want to. It's just... He's great the way he is. Just a moment ago, I was sitting on his shoulder, and it was really picked me some bully fruits. Also, it's amazing how he runs like the wind. Lanoire, you must remember what I'm about to tell you. If you ever come across someone who looks just like me, do not approach them. Run away quickly. Such individuals are very dangerous. Really? But you're not bad at all. Lenore, give me your word. Promise me. Initially, you thought Caterpillar might use his tricks to influence Lenore. However, he doesn't do that, but instead simply waits earnestly for Lenore's response. Okay, I promise, Cater. But, if I do so, how will I be able to recognize you in the future? Oh, right, Cater, I didn't realize how big the world was until I left the fortress. Every day I walk in different directions, but I still haven't seen any walls yet. When the sun is out, it's hot, and when there's no sun at night, it gets cool. Oh, and at night there's also a breeze blowing toward the lake, and it feels chilly. Not like a fan at all. Why is that? Also, Hero always looks up at me and Grandpa when he's lying next to us, and sometimes he kicks stuff with his hind legs when he's sleeping. It's so funny. And when I walk on the grass without wearing shoes, a little blades of grass tickle between my toes, and it feels kind of prickly. I thought the grass would be soft like they describe it in books. Oh, and the flowers that Estienne gave me, there are so many of them outside, but those flowers have roots that firmly grow into the ground. Why is that? This world is so big and strange, and there are so many different colors of light. I have so many things I want to tell you, and so many more things I want to hear you tell me too. But how can I find you? I feel like the maid's apprentice who wanted to find the little fish so badly. You still remember that story? Of course. There's no way I would forget. I've been waiting for you to come back and finish telling me the whole thing. So in the end, did the apprentice find the little fish? Well, many, many years later, foolish apprentice plucked up the courage and bid farewell to the great mage, left the workshop and embarked on her journey to find the little fish. But he'd never seen the vast ocean before. So he had no idea what the little fish's homeland was like. Therefore, he had to ask for directions along the way. He asked the reeds by the river, and upon hearing his story, the reeds laughed so hard that they bent over at the waist. You are looking for the ocean, said the reed. It's a place much wider and grander than any river, a destination where all rivers flow to. He followed the floating river and eventually reached the vast ocean. However, the ocean was so vast he didn't even know where to begin. So he asked the violet-billed angler gull resting on the pier. It was astonished by his story and dropped the fries it was holding in its beak in surprise. Buddy, this is an impossible task, the gull said. No one has ever, and I mean ever, tried to find a common little fish in the vast ocean. Besides, who knows? He might have already. The apprentice silenced the seagull by stuffing his mouth with bread, disregarding it and its noisy companions. Then he continued along the coastline, asking and searching as he went. Since he was a foolish apprentice, he only knew how to search in the most foolish way. He spent a lot of time learning to dive, and again, he swam further and deeper into the ocean. He must have found it in the end. He must have found it in the end. If you wish hard enough and you don't give up, your wish will definitely come true. That's what Grandma told me. You like stories with happy endings. Well, Grandpa Earnshaw was right. Despite being a foolish apprentice, he finally managed to find that little fish in the most foolish way. When he found it, the little fish was swimming freely in the water with its family amidst an ever-shifting school of fish. But the apprentice recognized it at first glance, even among countless others of its kind. Finally, I found you, the apprentice had fulfilled his wish, but his emotions were not as jubilant as he imagined. Instead, he felt somewhat bewildered. A school of fish curiously surrounding him, urging him to explain the whole story. He clumsily explained everything, and finally, as if relieved of a burden, he released a long stream of bubbles into the water. I must apologize twice, the apprentice said. Once for not summoning the courage to help you when you sought my assistance in the past, and once for the abruptness of my visit here. After finally seeing you again, I realized how selfish I've been. I thought that I could apologize to you in person. I could forgive myself. What does it matter? The little fish response surprised the apprentice. You see, in the past you couldn't help me, but I have still returned to my homeland, back to the embrace of my family. I haven't been harmed, so you need not seek anyone's forgiveness. You've spent so much time and effort over such a trivial matter. I can't decide whether to call you upright or foolish. But even if you are foolish, we don't mind being friends with a foolish human. Wow, does that does that mean they finally became friends? What happens then? Then, well, they became very best friends. Huh? That's it? So, Cater, is that how the story ends? Mm, that is the end of the story. A good story doesn't end in the right place. It will lose all the fun. Heroes will become evil dragons. I've heard stories that I didn't want to end, and when they finally did, they were with horrible endings, and everyone in these stories had their hearts broken. Those were bad stories. But dear Lenore, the story of you and your adventure is still ongoing. Happy birthday, and one day you'll have to share your story with me, won't you? Mm-hmm. I promise I will, Cater. I'll find you, and then I'll tell you tons of stories. Then I'll make you the biggest, yummiest birthday cake ever. I think we can skip the cake. I don't even know my birthday. Just the day I woke up. Thank you, Lenore. It's because... Lenore, are you alright? Grandpa, Uh... Oh, that's great. Thank you, Traveler Paimon. Thanks to both of you. Ah, you don't need to thank us. But, well, it's just Paimon. Um, but, well, Paimon gets it. Oh, thank goodness you're okay, Lenore. It's such a relief. Thank you, Grandpa, and thank you, Miss Traveler and Paimon. Please don't run off like that anymore. I was so worried. I'm so sorry for having to go through all this trouble. It's fine, as long as she's okay. Are you really okay, though, Lenore? Hmm. Now I get it. What Cater said, and why Miss Traveler didn't say anything to Grandpa. So, I won't tell Grandpa either. I won't make Grandpa worry, 'cause I'm a good girl. You're a clever girl, Lenore. Hmm. No, I'm not. I don't understand what Cater meant at the end, and why he thanked me. I mean, he's the one that's been helping me all along. When I grow a little older, I'm gonna find him, and I'm gonna ask him. Then I'm gonna say lots of things to him and feed him the yummiest birthday cake. Miss Traveler, Miss Paimon, when I grow up, can we go find Cater together, please? We'll talk about it when we grow up. Okay, deal. They leave. The story is over, but the adventure they call life still goes.